What is an underrated satisfying feeling? Being outside in the early morning. I'm not a morning person either. But there's just something about being outdoors in the early hours of the day that's just indescribable. When you think you're late for an event, but you arrive and the person you are meant to meet is actually the one who's running late. Taking a wild swing at a Google search and getting exactly the answer you were looking for. Google. What's that saxophone solo everyone knows? It's Baker Street. Eating the exact thing you wanted. Not just eating something to satisfy your hunger, but being able to eat exactly what you wanted at that moment. The other day I thought I overslept for work. Woke up. Checked my phone. I'd have been late, had it not been my last day off. The relief was just delicious. Finally being able to breathe properly after days of having a blocked nose. Makes you truly appreciate all those times you took functioning nostrils for granted. Finding the name of a song that's been on the tip of your tongue forever. It's by Kevin MacLeod. By the way, edit. Judging by the replies. It's not by Kevin MacLeod. Stay determined. Keep searching. I believe in you. Looking at your clock. Dreading that you have to get up early at 6 a.m. But your clock says 2:23 a.m. Being 26 years old. Waking up early on a Sunday morning, not realizing it's Sunday and thinking you're still in high school and have exams today, and then realizing you've graduated 8 years ago and going back to sleep. You have just shaved your legs. Then you get into bed and the sheets are super soft. A freshly made bed with new, clean sheets. It's divine. The finished result of most tasks. For example, when you can eat a meal you've spent time making. Lay on your newly made bed in a clean room. Close the tabs once you've finished an essay, etc. You ever put a water in the freezer to get it cold, and then when you pull it out and drink it, it's at the perfect coldness that it tastes extra delicious? Yeah, I'd say that. I got two for you. Pulling a bake out of the oven and it is perfect. Walking outside right after it has rained and the sun comes out and the leaves on the trees glisten in the sun. The feeling of when a smell reminds you of something that makes you reminiscent. Pumpkin candles and apple pie remind you of fall. Peppermint of Christmas. Etc. The gentle tapping of raindrops against the bedroom window. Just make yourself a hot chocolate and take a book. Sit by the window and let yourself sink into the ocean of words. Seeing the drops trickle down my window brings a sense of calmness within me. Oh, let me remind the fresh smell of earth after a rain. The fresh puddles. Fresh green leaves which were otherwise ashamed of its greasy polluted look. The green fresh air of calmness. The silent cool breeze at night with clear sky. Perfect to sit and stargaze into eternity. It's the best feeling. These are my favorite kind of days. When you turn in an assignment that you stressed about getting it done in enough time. I know some still stress about getting a good grade, but for me it's just I did what I could and the grade that I get is the grade that I get. Cleaning your ears. Especially if you had an itch. When you're so tired to the point where it's hard to keep your eyes open for more than 5 seconds and you finally are able to go to bed. Sleep just feels better. Finally letting out that you have been holding in at work all afternoon. Oh come on, you do it too, cheeky smiley face. Pressing your face into a warm, sleepy, purring cat tum and feeling the little bean daggers poking your face lightly and that soft little chuff as they sigh like, yes human. I know. Vacuuming the carpet in a way that the lines are symmetrical like when you mow the yard. That's some good there. Someone probably already said this. But laughing until you cry or can't breathe. Nothing beats putting on clothes that have been freshly ironed. They are so warm and snug it's like wearing a hug. Taking a massive, perfectly molded. When your back hurts all day and you lay down in your bed and your back pops noisily and all the pain goes away. It's a wonderful end to the day. When you move furniture to clean under it. No one will ever know but you. But just knowing it clean feels so good. Putting on a hoodie with no bra on when it's straight out the dryer. Warm and cozy like. So nice. Spending a day at the beach. Letting your hair dry from the ocean water without a shower. Throwing on comfy clothes and going out on the town as the sun sets. Getting rid of a big booger. I'm not kidding. It feels so satisfying. Completing a dream from start to finish. Without waking up. Stretching. Especially when waking up or after a workout. Smelling and brushing my lady's hair. It's a wonderful time of just being together and touching each other. When you wake up and take a massive dump, and then climb back into bed, there's something so relaxing about that to me. Using up that last bit of sauce with the last bite of food, thus leaving a perfectly clean plate. When you've had something stuck in your teeth all day, and you finally get it out fair and square without using a toothpick. Taking your mask off after a long day as a healthcare professional. It's even better than taking your bra off after a long day. Taking a nice warm shower. Like fully washing and moisturizing. And then getting into a nice warm soft bed. Glorious. Looking at full laundry basket. Hey babe, are these clean or dirty? Clean, ah yes. Being immediately able to fall asleep when you are super tired. Or falling asleep after a fun-filled summer day. When I grab just enough of an item I need. Without having counted. A sincere compliment. It will often catch you off guard due to rarity of use. Just letting yourself fall asleep spontaneously the very second that your mind says it wants to. Like passing out in the recliner watching TV at 9 p.m. Yes, I'm a dad if you hadn't guessed. Getting a piece of code to work the first time you run it. With no issues. No small, almost impossible to find, so you rewrite the entire thing again, issues. Being able to breathe through both nostrils. Until you get sick and realize you've been taking it for granted. You know, inside a magazine. There are like postcard type things. Sometimes they have perfume samples on them or whatever. Take that out of the magazine and lightly scrape the edge of it up and down your bare arm. Yeah. That. Getting something done. And then being happy that you did it later that day. So your body will let you sleep. Holy, it's 11 a.m. already. Oh, it's still 8:30. Phew. Recovering from a cold, flu, virus. That morning you wake up and the symptoms are gone. Finishing homework. Or any work that you have lots of. Having your back scratched. I would pay for someone to do that for an hour like one does a massage. When you're nervous to get in the pool cause you think it's cold and then you finally do and think, oh, it's not so bad. You ever cleaned a room you haven't cleaned in a long time and then you just sit on the floor with a candle or incense in the background? So peaceful. Waking up in just the right position. Like the one where you don't quite want to fall back asleep but it's just perfect. Having a healthy, smooth and clinically average. Makes you proud of your eating habits. A clean, dry. I know we all enjoy taking a good. But when you say it in public people look at you like they have no idea what you're talking about. Having the exact change for something with no coins left over. Makes you feel like whatever you bought was meant to be. The last wipe when you're like, yep, Maya's nice and clean. Sitting on a roof with maybe your best friend or so. And watching the sunrise with some nice music playing. 10 out of 10. When you turn something bad or unlucky into a half-decent thing. It might be just me but it makes me feel proud of myself. Walking into my son's room before bedtime and finding him asleep with his favorite show still playing. Tucking him in that little extra. Turning off the TV. And giving that last loving look as I shut his door. That's my happy place. Maybe only students know this, but getting to go to sleep when you have absolutely nothing to do. No readings you forgot. No long-term projects you're putting off. No homework to do. Just pure, blissful sleep. When the balance sheets. Balance. Cracking bones in NEC. Spine. Fingers and knees. Sleeping at night while it's raining. It's so refreshing. When you're waiting for a reply. And open up the app as soon as they send the message. Makes me feel like a genius. Just me? Okay. Run fast for 10 minutes. Then drink a cup of water. The water is so fresh and it actually tastes sweet. Waking up in the middle of the night really dehydrated and then drinking that cool glass of water. You feel this cool really flow from your core slowly out through your whole body. It's prime living. Finally finding and scratching that mystery itch that was causing a whole arm or leg to tingle and wasn't even in the vicinity. Does anyone know what I mean? The smell of your mom's hair when you hug her or certain scents triggering hugging a lost grandparent. Loudly crying face. Drinking water on later night hours. For some reason it tastes more watery. When you've just completely finished the shower, shave regimen. When you eat something like grapes and you just mindlessly keep popping them into your mouth. Or detangling carpet tassels. 1. Doing a great workout. Then feeling the shower wash off the grime. 2. Watching your friends smile as they read the birthday card you gave them. 3. Having a long day and turning the light off in your room as you make your way to bed to fall asleep. 4. Using older technology even though it was before your time. I'm in my 20s and I use a transistor radio. 5. Hearing that someone else has your taste in music. 6. Your friend texting you back after a long time. 7. Seeing your karma improve on Reddit after logging off for a couple hours.